right pin.
Isabel Martin.
What a swing out of trouble by Isabel Martin, number 17.
And that was after she had to pass that ball, too. Originally from Germany, spent 2 seasons in community college and then 3 seasons at UNLV, where she was a 2-time All-American and a 2-time Mountain West Player of the Year. That's tough to stop. Brooklyn DeLay gets into double figures with 10.
The back row confidence of Brooklyn DeLay. She's got more time to see the block and is picking some really good spots to attack on the court.
Brooklyn DeLay, her sister Macy, also was a volleyball player, and she told us she used to show up at Macy's practices, and finally Macy's coach just let her play on the court, and that's how she got started in volleyball.
I love those stories of little sisters in the gym.
And Kentucky saying thank you to that coach for getting her on the court.
Auguste, her 6th skill.
Make it 7 for Jayla Auguste. Haley Melby. Net violation on Florida. We're seeing much better offense on both sides here in set 3.
We are. Roth is shaking her head saying she did not net.
That is something you can challenge, but Mary Wise is not pulling the challenge card. Each team does still have 2 challenges remaining. Out of system swing for Kennedy Martin. Doesn't matter. She's in double figures with 10.
Out of system play, but Taylor Parks lifts up this ball to the back row, the pipe behind that 3-meter line, and look at that swing from Kennedy Martin, attacking that right back where the setter for Kentucky defends.
Nice up from McKissick.
Daly and Wilson, a beautiful stop defensively.
Back and forth we go here in set number 3. A win for Kentucky and they win the match. Florida has to win this set to keep playing. Did they call a net violation?
That's what I thought.
Yes, on Megan Wilson.
That's a break for Florida. Yeah, following through into the net.
I think Alec Roth wanted that one.
Yes, she did. She and Kennedy Martin knew this ball was going. Look, they're out of system. They get over, close the block. Brooklyn DeLay still taking a big rip at that.
Florida tracking it down. It's going to be a free ball back to Kentucky. Emily Canan with the dig. Just enough of the block. Scraping it off that block is Kennedy Martin.
But if you noticed in the first and second set, we talked about Kennedy Martin a little, but now we're talking about her a lot because Parks has her involved. Florida up 13-9 in this must-win 3rd set.
Service error on Tuzzo. Kentucky won the first 2 sets. We saw Florida make a setting change to start set number 2 when they went to Taylor Parks. And now the connection between her and Kennedy Martin has really thrived here in set number 3 as Brooklyn DeLay tools the block.
Brooklyn DeLay attacking that right side blocker for Florida. Kennedy Martin, who's a big one.
And McGrom's going to take a swing. Isabel Martin getting in on the fun too. She's up to 7.
Look at this track down. Florida putting up Isabel Martin a good spot, but the rip that she takes, good aggressive swing. Pretty well-formed block in front of her too for the point.
Brooklyn DeLay has 12 kills now to lead all attackers in this match.
Bevan steps in, perfect pass, and then the fastball to the pin. Emma Grome, so good at putting her hitters in perfect spots.
DeLay hitting 370, a very nice number for an outside hitter, and then just crushed that serve.
Brooklyn DeLay has been working on this jump serve and feeling very confident. You see her attacking out of the back row in that serve, too, finding so many ways to score for Kentucky.
We've noticed a big difference in Florida's offense here in set number 3. And you mentioned it going into this set, the connection between Kennedy Martin and Taylor Parks. Martin has 5 kills in this set.
It's obvious. They've been playing a lot together, and she just knows how to feed Kennedy Martin. There's some struggles early in the first set, but now in a great rhythm. Offensively, a lot of one-on-ones, and Taylor Parks doing a wonderful job distributing that ball to Kennedy Martin.
And that connection is helping a Florida team who hit 0 in set 2, now hit 700 in set 3.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, I'd say so. Florida has to win this set to extend the match, trying to beat their rival on their home floor. Kentucky has won the last 3 meetings with the Gators. And keep in mind, too, this is the first time since 2018 these 2 teams will only play once. Usually they play twice during the regular season, but this is it.
Florida's got their backs against the wall, too. I think they're familiar with the fact that Kentucky was reverse swept just a few nights ago. So if you're Florida, you cannot take the pressure off Kentucky.
Kentucky's not hitting for a bad percentage in this set, 368. But when you're facing someone hitting 700, that's a problem.
That is a problem. But Florida has to maintain this level.
Ninth service error.
Well-timed timeout, probably to ice the server a little bit.
Haley Belby. Parks going to AC Fitzpatrick. With the soft touch.
AC Fitzpatrick going deep down the line, recognizing that Megan Wilson, the right back defender, was sneaking up for the short ball.
Fitzpatrick coming off a match against Oklahoma where she had 17 kills, hit 448. Ultima changing it up.
Soft touch right over the block.
Service errors creeping in at a tough time for Kentucky.
Florida gaining energy too, up now by 4.
I mean, to know what kind of resiliency this Florida team has, all you have to do is go watch the 5th set against Oklahoma on Thursday, down 9-3. Came back and won. And Kentucky called out a rotation.
Craig Skinner asking the down referee where the overlap was. You've got 3 players in the front row, 3 in the back, and if you're the right back player, you cannot overlap with the player in front of you or to the player on the side of you.
So Kentucky is going to use its final timeout here in this set as they are down by 6. Florida's hit 20 points, 5 points away from extending this match. Well, here's next Sunday's SEC Women's Volleyball doubleheader. Number 12, Kentucky hosting Missouri at historic Memorial Coliseum in Lexington at 1 Eastern. And then Georgia will square off against Alabama at Foster Auditorium in Tuscaloosa. It should be a pretty good afternoon of volleyball over on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. And I was really interested going into this match to see what these two teams looked like, because they are teams that are still trying to find an identity as they gain and lose players to injury and make some different lineup changes on the court.
For Kentucky, they had a really challenging non-conference. They lost in 4 sets to 3 different ranked opponents, and then they got beat by Auburn in 5. So they're still learning about themselves and how they can get better as a team. And then obviously Florida dealing with so many different injuries, trying to figure out how they fight the best on the court together.
Yeah, we've seen them try to figure that out too in this match alone. Making the change at the setting position. Taylor Parks, just such a great story. Made the sacrifice of graduating high school early to come here. They didn't think they would have Alexis Stuckey back until mid-October. And so she came in, put in the work to set for this Florida team until Stuckey was ready. But here she is, Alexis Stuckey being pulled from this match today in favor of Parks. Emerson Hoyle with a little dribbler.
Service pressure, such an important part of this game.
Wiping up a little moisture on the Kentucky side of the court. Nice pass from Delay, she'll get it back. Parks to Fitzpatrick. Brooklyn Delay out the back row.
Florida able to dig the first ball. Look at Melby slide under this ball. And then again, the confidence to go Delay out of the back row in transition rattles through the Florida block.
13 kills for Brooklyn Delay. Kennedy Martin, back row, give her a kill.
Pretty big. This is a back row quick set. AC Fitzpatrick passes a little bit right, but Parks able to get that ball up and down for Kennedy Martin, who goes wrist away.
Haley Melby, other side for Kentucky.
Melby has been so good at attacking the seam between those two players, playing defense on the left side of the court, left front and left back.
Service out by Eleanor Bevan.
Eleanor Bevan handling that pass perfectly, and when Groom has that ball in her hand, she can run any of her attackers. So when Kentucky's in system, that's when they're the most dangerous, and they're actually hitting for really nice numbers. They're hitting 423 in this third set and still down.
Yeah, well, Florida's hitting 692. Total offensive explosion on both sides. It was not as pretty in set number 2.
The opposite.
That one just wide for Kennedy Martin. Tuzzo with the back set to Brooklyn, delay! And Florida will call a timeout.
Tuzzo jump set from behind that 3-meter line and then delay finding the back corner. That's a big point for Kentucky.
So Florida calls a timeout. They need 2 points to win this set and extend the match. But Kentucky on a run here, 3-0 run for the Wildcats playing catch-up.
Florida cannot relax. Kentucky, especially with Tuzzo on the back line, she can put some pressure on Florida. The offensive numbers in this third set have been incredible. Kentucky hitting 444, which in 99% of the matches you'll play, you'll win that set. But Florida hitting 562 in this set.
Yeah, we were just talking about Brooklyn delay. We've seen what she can do with those 14 kills. Look, coming into this match against ranked opponents, she was only hitting 192, hitting higher against unranked opponents. But here against a ranked 14, hitting 400.
And teams are picking on her a lot more than they have in the past. She's in a different kind of a role. I think she's just getting comfortable in that role. And you see her stepping up today in a big way.
We talked about how Kentucky let their foot off the gas against Auburn. Do you think they're still applying the service pressure they need to here in this third set?
I think so. I mean, we've seen some service errors. I think Florida's put up some really nice offensive numbers. I don't think Kentucky has faltered that much.
Parks to Martin. Tuzzo got it up. Isabel Martin. Dug by Molly Tuzzo. Megan Wilson's turn. And that drops. Look at Kentucky, 4 straight points. They're down by 3 now.
The block for Florida has to be a little bit more disciplined, finishing with their hands on Kentucky's side of the net so those balls don't rattle through the block.
Molly Tuzzo leading the charge for Kentucky with her serve. It's going over. You can't give Kennedy Martin 2 swings because she's going to put it away. It's set point Florida. I mean, Kentucky was flying around doing everything they could to extend the play.
Watch Florida go at Brooklyn delay down that line.
There it is. Just a little tap from Kennedy Martin and we play on. Florida hits 476 in set 3 and wins it 25-20.
It was a must-win situation. Florida stepped up, put up some good offensive numbers, and Kennedy Martin showed up in a big way. Beautiful offensive production by her.